This morning's weigh-in, 196.4, another new low weigh-in. Let's go. Right, so we're going ahead and getting this week's physique check done nice and early in the video, because it's about 20 to 8 and I want to get to Aldi for 8, so this is what we're looking at 196.4 pounds, fully relaxed from the front and from the side. And then I've hit the flex from the front. I'm starting to feel like my physique, I'm so sore. I trained chest 2 days ago and I'm so sore today. Well, yeah, I feel like my physique has come on quite a fair amount this past week. I think things have just clicked into place really well actually this past week. I will say though, like when I watch these physique checks back, I'm like, I gotta like show you my physique after a pump one day, because I'm sick of looking like I have no muscle in these. So one day we'll get a pump and I'll do a little physique check after that. But yeah, I'm quite happy with where we are now. I've been hitting fairly consistent new low weigh-ins over the last 2 weeks now, so still I just know that there's a lot more work to be done, but I'll explain something a bit later in this video, because we are making a change as of this coming Monday. But for now, let's go ahead and get to Aldi and get this huge food shop done. How rude of me, guys, I didn't even say what's up, guys. Welcome to a brand new YouTube video, episode 8 of the summer shred. Got a fair whack to do this morning, which is why I look like I'm in a bit of a rush. Basically, time's now coming up to 8 AM. I want to get to Aldi for when it opens at 8. Got quite a big food shop to do this week because I'm making some changes to my plan as of this coming Monday. So I need to get to Aldi, do the food shop, come back, unload it all, and then I want to get to open gym for around 10. Squats are very much on the agenda, so we need to get those done. And probably after that, I'll be able to explain what changes I'll be making in the next few days. So I'm going to get to Aldi. Remember to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with this series. Other than that, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Alright, so the food shop is done. We're making decent time. It's now 9:43, so I'm just getting my pre-workout meal in. Having a yogurt bowl with a bit of extra honey because I need those fast-acting carbs. I've got legs on the agenda today, which I'm very excited about, but I definitely need a bit of energy. I'm not the kind of person who can go into the gym like fasted. I definitely notice a difference if I have some food, most specifically some fast-acting carbs to help me get, fuel the workout. So just in case you didn't know the drill, it's 250 grams of 0% fat Greek yogurt. It's 25 grams of oats. I've done 25 grams of honey and 110 grams of raspberries, which totals 356 calories, 31 protein, 59 carb, and 2 fat, and also 9 grams of fiber from the raspberries. So I'm gonna get this down, give it about 15 minutes to digest, and then I'll see you in the gym. All right, so I'm definitely not gonna film a whole squat workout like last time, because I feel like that made the video far too long. So I'm gonna get myself warmed up, and I'm gonna just film the top sets. And I don't want to speak too soon, but last time I did a testing week, I hit 5 fairly comfortable reps at 135, which is definitely approaching my heaviest. So for my set today, might actually end up going to 140. So obviously I don't want to speak too soon. I'm going to see how squats feel first before we get into those heavy sets. But after that, we'll see what we push. Warm up, feeling pretty good. Working up to 120 kilo now. I think I'm gonna probably do this for like 3 reps, see how I feel at that. I wanna move up a little bit heavier today, but 120 is around where I usually put the belt on, where I start to really feel it, like especially like when you load the spine vertically like this, it can really fatigue it, just like holding the bar and stuff. So I've got to be really smart about conserving my energy when it comes to heavy squats. So done a set with the bar, done a set of 60, done a set of 100, all fine. 120 now, we'll do 3 reps of this, and then we'll see how this feels and judge our next set based on that. Piece of piss. That's probably the easiest 120s moved in a long fucking time. So, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna bother bridging the gap between 120 and 140. I'm gonna load up 140 now, and I'm gonna go for, the devil's saying go for 5 reps. The sensible person in me saying go for 3 reps. I'm gonna go for 5. Let's go for 5. If I manage some reps on this will be my first time lifting 140 kilos in, I want to say, minimum 3.5, 4 years. Like, it's been a long time since I lifted this weight, but, this is exactly what we've been working towards.
I took a long time off heavy strength training because of injuries. I wanted to focus on getting myself, like, getting my body into a position when it's ready to do this. Today's the day. Come on, one more. Today's a good day. So it's safe to say I am extremely happy with that. 5 reps at 140, and it was tough, but I think if I had to guess on an RPE scale, probably around 8 out of 10, so it could have been worse. But I'm not going to go for 5s anymore. I think I'm just going to do 2 more sets of 3 reps, and then I might back off down to 120 again for a final set, a few more reps, and then I think that'll be me done for today for squats. But honestly, the fact that I've lifted 140, 5 reps, I am absolutely made up with that. Right, so I'm going to do a sensible thing and move down to 120 because that second set, although it moved well, reps are a bit more grindy, so back down to 120. I'll finish off with 2 sets on this. That'll be 4 working sets of squats done. I've still got a good half an hour, so I'm probably going to hit some RDLs, and maybe I might finish with an like a finisher, some like walking lunges or something, but I'm not going to bother filming the rest. I don't want the video to be too long, so I'll catch you guys when I'm all done. Okay, so the workout is complete. I am extremely happy with how that went today. And to be honest, at this stage of the video, I wanted to talk about something. What I'm going to put on the screen right now is my in-body scan, which I do at this gym. If you're not familiar with in-body scans, it's kind of like scans your weight in relation to your muscle mass, in relation to your fat mass, and it kind of creates like this you know, visual representation of like how your body is changing over time. Now I know it might not be a DEXA scan being like the most foolproof way of kind of like analyzing someone's composition. However, in-body is definitely better than, like, you know, most of the scales that you can just buy for your house. It's like a proper piece of kit. And what I want to draw attention to is my data since I did my first scan on New Year's Eve 2024. Did my first scan New Year's Eve 2024. I did another scan about like 3 or 4 days before my cut began on March 1st, and then I did another scan 2 days ago. And what you'll see over time is that my fat mass has gone down and my muscle mass has gone up. I know it's like an age-old debate. Is it possible to gain muscle and lose fat at the same time? I've always said yes, because that's exactly what I've done several times and what I've achieved for people as coaching clients as well. But it is far more nuanced than just simply wanting to lose weight. Like, you can't just go into a calorie deficit willy-nilly and expect that this will happen. There has to be other factors involved too. For example, the style of training that you do, the amount of protein that you eat in relation to your body weight. You might think that stuff like that doesn't make a difference. It really does. If I had to sum up the best ways that I think it's possible to achieve this, it'll be, number 1, make your calorie deficit appropriate. So don't be going in a heavy deficit straight away. I think 300 below maintenance is more than okay. Your protein should still be very high. I would say minimum 2 grams of protein per kilo of body weight you have. Ideally, it'll be a bit more than that. And finally, when it comes to your training, you need to stimulate your muscles to grow, and the only way to do that is fucking lifting heavy weights. So many people shy away from strength training when they're on a cut because they're like, oh, I don't have the energy, I don't feel like the strength is there. Fucking do it anyway. It's so easy to want to dial back your training just because you've got a bit less energy on a cut, but if you really want to stimulate muscle tissue growth, you need to be lifting heavy weight just as consistently as if you're going to try and gain strength in a calorie surplus. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Just look at the data, and bear in mind, these aren't even morning weigh-ins. Like, when I weigh in the morning, I come in lighter than these. But either way, I just wanted to show you this, so this is quite interesting. So for anyone who's like wondering, is it possible to gain muscle while you're losing fat? Yes, it is. And bear in mind, for me, it's going to be way harder to gain muscle than most people because I've been lifting weights for this long now. Over time, your body just doesn't gain the same tissue as it did when you first started lifting weights. So if anything, I've got a harder job of doing this than most people. But how many times have I made an excuse for that on this channel? 0. And how many times will you hear me do that? 0. I'm just gonna fucking go in and get it done. Anyways, I'm extremely sweaty in this car now, so let me get home and let's get some grub.
I am extremely hungry, so here's what we got for our post-workout feed. I've got my usual daily breakfast wrap, but I actually added a little bit of sliced chicken to this. And then when I was in Aldi earlier, I just spotted this 50% reduced roast chicken salad sandwich. And call me boring, but I bloody love a roast chicken salad sandwich. I think these are so underrated. So there's going to be some much needed carbs after legs. Total for all of this is 748 calories, and I can't really tell you exactly the breakdown because I've only got the basic MyFitnessPal, but totaling up quickly, it's around like 70 grams of protein in this. So 70 grams of protein out of 748 calories, I'd say that's pretty good. But I don't want to waffle too much because I'm absolutely starving, so let me eat this and then I'll catch up with you after. Some time has elapsed. Currently watching Everton v Man City. Half time, the first half was probably one of the worst halves of football I've ever seen. It was so bad. But you know, when I have like heavy training days like legs, I get so hungry like all day when I do a session like that. So taking half time to get a bit of a feed in. I have got, first and foremost, well, I'm not going to be able to shoot. Yeah, I am. 30 grams of dry roasted peanuts because I'm very low on fats today. They'll give me a bit of protein as well. I've got a protein shake, so that's 200 mils of oat milk, about 100 mils of water, some ice, 30 grams of Perform Whey chocolate peanut butter flavour, and 5 grams of creatine, and then 150 grams of strawberries because fruit is life, and finally 25 grams of dark chocolate hazelnut flavour from Aldi. Like, I have a collection of these. Like, I just love the Aldi's dark chocolate flavours. They're just so good. So all my food today is coming in so far at 1,734 calories. So I've still got over 800 left, and it's 4 o'clock now. I'm probably just gonna have one more meal later. So I've eaten 133 protein, still need 90 grams. Oh, actually that's quite high. I might have to do something about that. I've eaten 183 carbs, still got 72 left, that's fine. Eating 52 grams of fat, still got 19 grams, again completely fine because I'm having cod for dinner tonight. And 26 grams of fibre. This is a good thing about eating fruit like strawberries and raspberries. There's so much fibre in them. Right, I'm just going to eat this and I need to tell you about how my plan is going to change as of Monday. That game of football was probably one of the worst games of football I've ever seen. The first half was absolutely awful, and then the second half wasn't that much better, and then obviously fucking Man City scored like 2 goals in the last 10 minutes, which it just does my head in when I don't know, can anyone else relate to this? When your football team doesn't do well or they don't win, it just, I'm staying calm. I'm calm. Everything's fine. It is a fantastic day and nothing is going wrong. Anyways, I need to tell you about the changes that I'm making to my plan moving forward. So, as you all know, I'm a part of Unit 7, and Unit 7 are great for organising events. I've noticed this over time. They did a really cool sweat and social around 6 weeks ago now, where they kind of like, you know, you just came along, you could take a friend if you wanted to, and they put you into groups, and we essentially did this like massive 3-hour-long workout, which is crazy but really cool. They did this big event for International Women's Day, which looked like a roaring success. And now they're running their own kind of like in-house competition called Summer 7, and essentially what it is like a 7-week kind of like shred thing. But the way they're judging it, you know, I showed you the in-body scores earlier. They're actually going by in-body score. So essentially the way they're doing it is like you take a scan before the competition begins, you take a scan after the competition wins, and the biggest improvement in in-body score wins the competition. And initially when they released this, I was kind of thinking, I'm already on a cut, I don't really need to do this. But then I thought, because the first month was slower than I wanted to, and because I know what I'm like, when I get really dialed into a goal, and you know, I have purpose towards what I'm doing, like I really am like a dog with a bone. I just will not be beaten. And I'm kind of thinking, like, to be honest, with this Summer 7, I don't really care about the prizes. There's prizes for winning. I don't really care about that. I just care about being competitive, like, you know, not wanting to lose. So I've joined. It only cost me 20 quid to join, so like I just thought, why not? I'll get in there. It'll give me an extra sense of urgency to, you know, actually put the work in. So I'm hoping that over the next 7 weeks, I'm going to, you know, catch up on the progress that I probably missed in my first month. So in terms of how this is going to change things, well, training is going to stay relatively the same. I'm going to do 3 sessions, well, 3 sometimes 4 a week at a Unit 7. I'm going to play paddle at least once a week, hopefully. I've got now that I've joined this football team, I've got football once a week. martial arts, as you know, I've got twice a week. So I am going to be busy, and I need to make sure that I've got at least one recovery day in every single week. And I know it is a lot of activity, but I know a lot of it's going to be sports as well, so I'm kind of okay with it. Nutrition wise, as you know, I've been on 2,550 calories, and the plan was to stick with that until the end of May. But in the interest of being competitive and not wanting to lose, I am going to push into a bit more of a deficit. I am going to start on 2,350 calories, so I'm going to knock an extra 200 off as of this coming Monday. So 2,350 should actually, like, that's a fairly heavy deficit for me, so I should see fairly fast progress on that. Once again, protein is going to stay pretty much the same, so I'm going to be aiming for around 210 grams per day. That extra 200 calories is going to come off of carbs and fats. So, you know, we are getting into a stage now where my diet, it might actually become a little bit unenjoyable, but I know it's just for 7 weeks, then I should be able to just deal with it, I think. So I've already done plenty of groundwork, making sure I've got plenty of ideas for low-calorie breakfasts, lunches, dinner, etc, etc. I've got lists. I've literally made a whole new section of notes on my phone for this challenge. So I'm really leaving no stone unturned. I'm still going to be lifting as heavy as I possibly can in the gym, and I just want to go all out for victory and just make myself proud, really. So change is definitely coming. Obviously, starting on Monday to Friday will be, you know, 5 days for me to get used to it, and then Saturday when I film again, probably going to do another 4 day of eating, so you can see what, you know, my meals do look like on 2,350 calories. To be honest, it's been clear to me that I've made so much more progress this month than I did last month, so I kind of want to, while I'm in a good rhythm of things, I want to make sure that I jump on this and capitalize on, you know, the kind of like good feeling that I've got now. Anyways, I'm going to chill for a bit, then prep my dinner, so I'll catch up with you when it's chow time. Ooh, I am excited for dinner. I will never understand the slander that like plainish looking meals get. Like, let me just show you what I've made for dinner here. I've got 2 fillets of cod. I've got 150 grams of green beans and 200 grams of diced sweet potato, and it's all just seasoned. Like, I used a little bit of butter and oil to cook the fish in, to pan fry it. They were just baked with spray oil, the sweet potato, and then the green beans are just boiled and then salted. Like, this is such a plain meal, but like when you do it properly, I've put a bit of lemon juice on this as well. But like with the plain, and a bit of smoked paprika on the sweet potatoes as well. It's just so plain, but like meals like this, I could eat all day, like every day. They're just so tasty to me. You may also have noticed a lack of eating time lapses this video. It's because I've just been too hungry to care about them doing them. So I am extremely excited to eat this, so I'm going to go ahead and enjoy it, and I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, so dinner has been smashed. I am honestly absolutely knackered now, so I'm going to get myself ready for bed. But before I do that, got myself a couple of snacks because I'm a bit low on protein today. I'm having a Aldi protein yogurt pouch, and because I still have a few more calories after that, a Gold bar. I've really got into these recently. Like, do you remember having these as a kid? I remember not really liking them that much, but like now, my goodness, absolutely incredible. So today's day of eating, I mean today's video isn't really a day of eating video, but we're finishing on 2,522 calories. So we're still under budget for the day. 208 grams of protein, 251 carb, and 75 fat, all in all. Pretty good day. I'm going to do my best to get this video up tomorrow, which is Easter Sunday, so I am cooking a roast dinner for the entire family, so bear with me. Might actually be on Monday, this video, but I'm going to do my best to get it up tomorrow. Hope you're enjoying your Easter weekend, whatever you're up to. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with this series, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.